It was a warm spring evening in Houston, the kind of day when the sky stretched endlessly, painted in strokes of orange and pink. Ayaan and Alina sat beneath their favorite tree in Herman Park, fingers entwined, lost in the quiet comfort of each other's presence. They had been in love for nearly 4 years now, their bond growing stronger through every shared dream, every whispered promise, every secret they exchanged. Ayaan wasn't rich. He worked part-time jobs while completing his degree in engineering. Alina came from a conservative, well-off family. Her father ran a chain of successful businesses across Texas. He had always been wary of Ayaan, and as their relationship grew more serious, his disapproval turned into confrontation. One evening, Alina returned from dinner with her family, her face pale and eyes red from crying. She found Ayaan waiting near her apartment, holding her favorite chocolate milkshake. "My father said he will never let me marry you unless you become something in life. He wants proof that you can provide for me. He said love is not enough." Ayaan stared at her, stunned. "But I'm trying. I will finish school. I'll get a job. He just has to give me a chance." "He won't. He gave me a choice. Either I walk away now or lose my family forever." That night, Ayaan made a decision that changed everything. He applied for a job in the U.S., multinational engineering firm, that was offering placements in New York and Houston. By some stroke of fate, after weeks of tests and interviews, he was accepted. He chose Houston so he could be closer to where Alina lived. Before leaving, he took her back to that tree in the park and held her hands tightly. "Give me 3 years. Just 3. On your 25th birthday, we'll meet right here again. By then, I'll be someone your father can't refuse. I'll prove myself." Alina smiled through tears. "I'll wait for you. No matter what. On my birthday, this spot, same time, 7 p.m. And so Ayaan left. The years passed with unbearable slowness. Ayaan buried himself in work, taking every opportunity, saving every cent, and rising steadily in his firm. Promotions came quicker than expected, and with them, the financial security he'd promised. He bought an apartment, a car, and even managed to send a small letter to Alina once through a friend. "I'm coming back. Just wait for me." Alina, meanwhile, faced battles of her own. Her parents, believing Ayaan had left her for good, tried to push her into arranged proposals. She resisted, quietly counting the days until she would see Ayaan again. Every night she would open the drawer beside her bed, where she kept the dried flower he had given her the night he left. Finally, the day arrived. Alina woke up early, heart pounding with anticipation. She wore a light blue dress Ayaan once said brought out her eyes. Her best friend Sana insisted on doing her makeup. Alina smiled at her reflection, full of joy and trembling hope. She called for a ride and stepped out of the house at 6:30 p.m., but fate can be cruel. On the way to Herman Park, as they passed through an intersection, another vehicle ran a red light and slammed into the side of their car. The world spun. There was glass, blood, screams, and then silence. When she woke up, the sterile lights of a hospital ceiling greeted her. Pain tore through her body like fire. Her vision blurred as doctors and nurses moved around frantically. Sana was gone. Her phone was gone. And then she heard the words no one is ever ready to hear. "We're sorry. Miss Alina, we had to amputate both your legs to save your life." The world collapsed. Meanwhile, Ayaan stood beneath their tree, dressed in a crisp white shirt and holding a small velvet box. Inside was a ring he'd chosen carefully, saving for months. He glanced at his watch. 7:03 p.m. He smiled. "She's late, probably stuck in traffic." Hours passed. The park emptied. The sky darkened. And still he waited. By midnight, the ring still sat untouched in his pocket. He called her phone again and again, but it remained off. He walked the streets around the park, trying to calm the rising storm in his heart. At dawn, he sat on a bench, defeated, the rising sun painting everything in sorrow. He told himself there must be an explanation, but days turned into weeks, and he heard nothing. No messages, no calls, no trace. He convinced himself she had moved on, that maybe her parents had convinced her, or she had grown tired of waiting. The betrayal stung deeper than anything he'd ever known. He threw himself into work, shut down his emotions, and tried to forget. But he couldn't. Alina, confined to a wheelchair, fought battles no one saw. Her recovery was long and brutal. Her parents, shocked and ashamed, tried to keep her hidden from the world. They believed no one would accept her now. Her friends drifted away one by one. But she never forgot Ayaan. "I couldn't even tell him," she whispered to herself every night. He must think I abandoned him. 1 year later, Alina began therapy. She learned how to use prosthetic legs. It was excruciating and slow, but every step was powered by the hope that, maybe, just maybe, she could one day face Ayaan again. He stepped forward, eyes shining. You don't have to explain. He opened the box and knelt. I don't care what happened. I don't care how many years passed. I only care that you're here. Will you still marry me, Alina? She broke down in sobs. Yes. They stood there holding each other as if the world had paused just for them. The past pain dissolved into the Houston breeze, carried away by the love that had endured despite it all. They didn't just get a happy ending, they earned it.